Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm in my Maus, platooned up with Drewski. He's in his Maus. This is one of his first games in his Maus. We're on Sacred Valley. You gotta win the Northwest choke, and then once you win the choke, you can decide, do you go back to your base, you push onto their base, or do you go to the middle? Generally, those are your three options once you win the choke, and just read the map, pay attention to it as you go. Funny thing about this is we have a 110 on our team, tier 8, the only tier 8 in the game, of course, because that's balanced and fair. Alright, so I bought my Maus'n back to play with Drewski in his Maus'n, so we could get him a Maus and potentially have a 3-man Maus platoon with me, him, and Hoops. And I'm working on buying all my tier 9 heavy tanks back just because I really enjoyed tier 9 heavy tanks. And then potentially once I'm streaming, then I'll have like competitions between the different tier tanks. And the ones I'm not looking forward to are the 45B, which I don't think is necessarily like a terrible tank. It's just like one-dimensional, and the turret is kind of crappy. So if people know how to pen you, then it's pretty difficult in that tank. The Type 4 Heavy is the next one, and that is what it is. It's like a Type 5 Heavy with less armor. And then you have the Emil 2, probably the next one. And the Emil 2 isn't a terrible tank, but I just feel like the Emil 1 and the Kronwagen do it a little better at their tier. So, out of all the tier 9 heavies, those are the three that I'm least looking forward to. But now that we are up in the choke, let's get to the battle. Alright, so as we come around the corner, they have a lot of tanks sitting back there. And this guy behind me thought I was going to push, and I thought I was going to push, but then I realized how many tanks are there, and I really only have an E5 and a scout covering me right now. And then Drewski's not too far behind, but it is going to be quite difficult if they decide to charge us. Alright, so our E5 gets taken out. I've yet to take damage. They've tracked me a couple times. I do have a machine on my right, so hopefully he can provide me cover fire if they try to get to my side. I'm going to use this little nook right here. Pen the chieftain in his lower plate. Damage his ammo rack. Now with premium rounds, they can go through my cheeks fairly consistently. If I back up too far, they probably have shots on my lower plate as well. And then just paying attention to the map, we actually have a guy in like J8. So they haven't pushed the south. Can't really tell if they're in the middle. But then we're pushing up the 4 line, so really these guys are all potentially surrounded. Get a shot in the side of that 57 heavy. Get another shot into him, and then Artie takes him out. Still me and Drewski up here. So I've blocked 3,000. I managed to get 3,500, and I have 300 assisted. That was a bad shot in the chieftain there. Their IS-7 takes out Drewski. Get a shot into their E5's lower plate. Now this IS-7 is going to try to get up on my side, but I did have a machine behind me, which I thought was going to give me some cover fire. Unfortunately for me, for him I guess, the IS-7 just pushed on the machine, took him out. Now the chieftain moves to make a move on me. I back up knowing that I can't be shot. I can't expose my side. So I get a shot into the IS-7. And now I want to keep everything in front of me. And the chieftain I thought was going to push up onto me. And he tracks me, which I was hoping I could get a little ram into him. Unfortunately, that didn't go. But I'm able to just pull over, fix my track, and blow him up. Now, I don't really have a good shot on this IS-7, and the fire was in my way, so it was just hard to see. I wanted to make sure I landed that shot. So we hit that shot square. We're up to 5,400 damage, 4,500 blocked, 300 assisted still. But they cleaned up the 4 line. There's only 2 of them left, plus their artillery. There's 3 of us with our artillery, so... Speaking of arty, there's my sky poop. Now the mouse is not very fast, so it's not exciting enough to fill with some commentary. But their heavy tank moves to the middle of the map, pushes down south, and I'm going to make a push towards their arty. Really what this map comes down to is the south is usually where people like to sit and camp, and then whoever pushes it ends up paying for it, unless they have a gigantic push. And then generally you're going to lose the north hands down because you've invested so many tanks in the south. So not to say you can't win from the south, it's just, to me it's more important to win the chokes on the map and then go back and defend your base, or at least just pay attention to the map while you're fighting the choke, and that'll pretty much determine where your next step is. Alright, so we got T-92 and the 53-55 that hit me earlier. We have a Jaeger that's going in. And this was a long drive, so I'm hoping I can get paid off with at least one of them. Looks like we got a little shot on the T-92. We hit the ground. Jaeger gets shot by, I think the T-92 takes 1,000 damage. Jaeger was able to kill the 53-55. And now the T-92 is trying to get behind the Jaeger. So we get one shot into the T-92. And we're just about loaded up. Make sure we aim our gun. Hit him square. And now we're almost up to 6,000 damage with our 4,500 blocked. And I don't know where that heavy tank is, so I am just going to cap. My time is worth too much. Yes, I know I have 7 minutes to find him, and people can get more experience if all the reds die, but I can get more experience by getting into the next game and just winning that, so... So overall, fun match in the mouse. Anytime I can take out my mouse, be the front line, steal wall, and rack up some damage. I don't even usually have the mindset to get the damage. It's just really taking point for my team, soaking up the bullets, and being able to get whatever damage I can. But when these games come along where you can get a bunch of it, it makes it a little bit more fun. So we're able to throw down a high caliber, we get an ace tanker, got our second mark of excellence, steel wall, sniper medal. We make almost 100,000 silver, and that's with a lot of premium consumables on that tank. I generally don't make much money on my mouse, but me and Drewski take first and second. He had 800 assist damage. Our FE215B had 4,000 damage. So, good fun game overall. I'll quit babbling. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let's get up to 400 subscribers, and I cannot wait to feature the video that I have ready for you guys for that. So, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.